What is going on, guys? Today we are back with more draft content and we're gonna see what the second draft has in for us. So we have, what do we have? 4-1-4, 4-2-3-1, 4-4-1-1, 3-4-3 and 4-1-2-1-2 wide. For me, I'm kind of liking that. I've had my team set up in that formation purely for the chemistry, but I've never actually used it. Or the 4-1-2-1-2 wide is something that's looking nice, as I'm thinking. But see, I just really want to put Ronaldinho in the team. But whether to be honest, he could be super sub. Do I want to go right wing and have two? I really would like having two strikers up front, so I'm going to go with a 4-1-2-1-2 wide. I think that's the better option for me. In the first pack, we get Ronaldinho. Of course we do, and he goes in that left mid role. Now I want R9. He's the striker I need. We get a decent one. Still no R9 yet, but we do get some nice options here. So we get Son is always a favoured choice. Icardi's another really nice choice who can link with Messi's 99. See, Son's got a better value. Yeah, I'm going to go with Icardi because Son's got a better version for me. We get another big one. Can we get an icon? We get Inzaghi again, but we also get Messi. I'm going to go Inzaghi because Messi has a 99 right mid or right wing that we don't get, but we do get Marcelo, which is always a nice choice. But whether you'd want to put him as a right mid, as that means then you've got to have a left back that can go right mid. The only way that would work if Salah comes up. So we're going to go for it. Why not? Can we get Salah on here? Oh, there you go. There you go. Calling this draft. Now we need an Argentinian cam. Or we can go for Socrates. He will do just nicely. This draft is shaping up very, very nicely. What we need is Team of the Year, Varane. So we get a pretty dead pick here. I don't think anyone really links, so we're gonna go with him, as obviously he does link with the hopefully VVD here. Oh, but we get Maldini. You cannot complain at that. Then we get any other icon centre back. We get Varane. That is perfect. I will take that. And then possibly Carvajal. No, but we get Juanfran. Is there anyone else before I quickly choose? We'll go for Juanfran. We got all the chemistry here. And then all we need now really is probably De Gea. That will do me nicely. I would have preferred his team of the year, but we'll go with that. And we get Courtois as well, just in case. We'll go now. Realistically, all we need is a right back, a CDM, and potentially a better striker. As I wasn't the keenest on Inzaghi. Who else do we get? So we get Dost. I think Dost is definitely a super sub there. 99 pace, 99 shooting. Has a hunter on him as well, which is not really anything. We get Dybala's 92. Fantastic. We get a big one, Zanetti. Zanetti is exactly what we needed. And this team is shaping up incredible. We also get Son's 87. Now I'm just taking the high rated. All I need is a CDM really. CDM and this team is perfect. Go with Di Maria. Can we get a decent CDM? The options. Martial is fantastic. That's what I'm looking at here. But it doesn't link with anyone. Who do we go for? So we've got Ronaldinho, realistically, is going to be a striker, to be honest. Do we want... Just trying to figure how this is going to play out. Do we want Martial? Because Ronaldinho will probably go up front with Inzaghi. We could then put Bale on instead of Inzaghi, put him left mid. Or swap Marcelo over to the left mid, Bale right mid. I've already worked that out. I'm going for that. Even though he does have the 92 rated, I'm not too sure if he actually has it in draft. Go with a striker on that side. And then it's really just rated now. We're looking at just getting, and I don't know why I picked the 81. Nothing really popping out here. We'll go for the BPL. Two last choices, predominantly centre backs, and we're going to get absolutely nothing. Yeah, nothing in these. We'll go with 76, and then we'll whack everyone on the bench that is worth the rating. So let's look at this. Let's get Son on here. I think we've got like a 191 potentially, probably not a 192, but a 191 at the very least. It's got to be. There's the 191, and then we get rid of you, 84, and then we just shuffle them around so we know what we're doing. And then you're 89. We'll get the 287s like that. And then we're set up. We're pretty sorted. Obviously, we didn't get that CDM, but we may be able to figure that out. Realistically, there's no one that can actually help us here. If we go with... We've got a La Liga. So we've got a La Liga. We'll go with that just to obviously get De Gea's chemistry up a little bit, as he won't be on a full 10. But that team is looking a lot nicer than the one but previously. So more than likely we'll end up... We've got Dybala as well, actually. That's always a nice option. There's no one really CDM worthy there. So we're going to have to kind of trust our hope in this Leicester 37 pace. Okay, that's not a good story right there. I don't think there's really anyone else. We could whack you there. You could do just alright, to be honest. Or even Wanfran. Or, in fact, Moutinho, in fact. Can he do it? Yeah, he can do it. So we'll whack him there, in fact. He'll probably a little bit better. Got a little bit more on the pace. And the is defending better? Defending's a better... No, the defender's worse. I'm trying to think, because it's really the pace that is kind of knocking me off there. We could go ahead and swap Wanfran in-game. No, we'll leave him there. We'll leave him there. I think the team's pretty solid anyway. I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. He will more than likely go over here. Bale will then come on, and then we'll whack him this side. We'll keep Marcelo left mid there, and then pretty much the team is set. I think this could be a really nice draft. So without further ado, and me obviously just putting everyone back, let's get into the gameplay. So going into some live gameplay now, we start off this first match with going against a really nice team actually. Ronaldinho, Lineker, Hullet, Messi, just being the names of them. But it's three at the back. For me, I was already pretty confident over this. Just purely the fact that three at the back really isn't a very good formation. Or in this way that not a lot of people can play with that. With just the mechanics of the game, I just find three at the back very dangerous to play with. You're always left kind of out. And when Ronaldinho's doing stuff like this against you, you just can't stop it. He is an absolute wonder to play with. I played with him off camera draft before starting this series. And I played one tournament with him. He won the whole thing for me. And he's just incredible. I really wish they released his prime moment into an SBC. But obviously we've just got to go with the prime if we were to do him. But we just check it here. He just gets the ball. You just see the way he runs, the way he does everything. It's just absolutely flawless. Really, really nice run on the ball. And when he's just scooping around people like that, easy finesse. Jobs are good and really there. So the first game was pretty much wrapped up here, 2-0. The guy, I'm surprised, didn't quit. Ronaldinho had 6 shots within the first 20 minutes, which was absolutely insane. Pretty much I was just giving it to him. Like, I know that sometimes is a bit of a noob kind of tactic, but to be honest, it's quite easy because you know that that's all I'm going to do. He does manage to get one back here, but it might be a little bit too late. 77th minute, and we get all the way to the 90th, and that is the game. 2-1, probably should have scored more, but to be honest, I was pretty much just trying to score with Dino, trying to get his hat-trick, and then really just here, just trying to just go down with the clock, really. And there's the first game done. So we've already one game down, and we're going into the second. So again, another okay team. I think his defense definitely was shot, but his attack was actually really, really nice. Going into it, obviously, we're going to use Ronaldinho here. Nice little through ball. And of course, he's going to try and score this. And he does. Bags it in. There's his third. So third of the tournament for Ronaldinho. Really happy with that. And I actually thought he was going to rage quit straight away. So I knew that I was definitely rattled. He was making subs. So we go ahead and put Ronaldinho. And look at this. Absolutely blisters past him. And then just bags him his second goal and fourth of this tournament already. And then we go again, we keep the pressure on basically. That's what I wanted to try and do. Try and get his rage quit as much as possible. And we get him, just managed to kind of, I don't know, take him apart really. He tries to have an attack, but his passing in general weren't incredible. Ronaldinho on the ball, again, just the 1-2 give and go. Looking where to give him. Fake shot, and we're through on goal, and there we go. There's your third, and there is the rage quit. That is the main thing about this. Rage quit time, obviously given that cheeky shush as he was just pausing left, right and centre and it was doing my head in. So I thought, you know what, you're going to go. So 3-0 down, easily. There we go, second match done. And that's 5 goals for Ronaldinho already in this tournament, and we come up against this team. And I thought, I don't know how you're playing him. Obviously you've got Van Dijk and Hullet up front. You've got Conte, you've got quite a defensive midfield already. You've already got a few people there, so I'm assuming Van Dijk was going to go in centre-back in replace of Tarkowski, and then you're going to do something with up front. I believe he put Neymar on and someone else, and I can't remember who, but we do manage to get our first pick of the goal, and I believe this was Socrates, so we got another Brazilian scoring, which is always fantastic. But there we go, 5 for Ronaldinho, 1 for Socrates, and there's the first goal in the third match. Really happy with the performance of this team already. Was a really, really nice draft. And also, just quickly before I mention, the camera in general, don't ignore the fact that you can't see half my face. I didn't realise that obviously it was a little bit further down. We go for this. Salah tries to pick it in. Doesn't manage to finish it off in the final third. But this match was very boring in general. Not 1-0 the whole game, pretty much from the very start. And we just trying to go more on the lead. I was pretty happy. I was pretty comfortable at that one. Could have bagged a few more shots, and I think I should have done. I tried too much fanciness, and that was my kind of downfall in this game. But we did manage to pick up the win, which is always the most important thing. And then we go against this. So we're in the final. Very, very nice team in general. Didn't really know about Ox. He did take him off. R9, I was a bit scared of. Overmars, not too fussed about. And Salah, again, another one as a normal card. Wasn't too much worried. But as you can tell by the tone, it didn't go very well. So the first goal, in general, I lost my head. And I think that was the main problem. The first goal I was okay with. Kind of a bit lucky, manages to get it back to him. No defender goes to him. Neymar is Neymar. He will always try and score, and most of the time he will. We do manage to answer back. Obviously, Ronaldinho doing some work down that wing. And we do manage to get a very lucky goal of our own. Pass it across goal. Just manages to step through to Bale. Get the 1-0. And then it was just an absolute slaughter. Gets the head there. Again, I could expect my defender to maybe be a bit more tight on Salah there. Keeper can't really do much more. Again, rubbish defending here. And I don't know why he decided to come to him, but easily R9 goal again. And then we finish off the final one, and he absolutely nails him in the box. Again, I don't get why he stuck a leg out. Ronaldo doing what Ronaldo does best and scoring. And unfortunately, that is the final. 4-1 loss. Again, I was quite happy to get to the final. Really enjoying this kind of series, as I kind of like draft now a little bit more. I really didn't kind of give it a go, and I think this kind of adds to it, adds more pressure to do it, as I want to show you absolutely every single draft I do, even if it is absolutely dog awful, because it's just worth it. We get a premium rare players pack and a gold players pack, so nothing too much to shout about in general. The first one comes down. No boards, not happy. I was one step away from the final to finish it, and unfortunately we didn't get the job done. So we're still without a win in the draft yet. But this second pack, obviously normally I try and do these live as well, so obviously next time it will be live. But we do manage to pick ourselves up a cheeky walkout. So if you do enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe. If you are new, make sure you subscribe. That is my notifications. And we do go and get ourselves an Alexandro. So great profit on the draft already. That's 20, 30k, depending on when you sell him. So that's paid for pretty much the first 2 drafts without selling absolutely anything. So obviously you can see here, if you just play them, you do make money. Obviously everyone else can sell as well. So that's always good to look at. And yeah, enjoyed it. Nice walkout. I will be here tomorrow for the next draft, so hopefully you did enjoy. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.